Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. It's Friday, and I have been busy today. I got a large Etsy order this morning, and it was all set to go because I have a customer who likes to shop through my shop and say, "Oh, can you set this aside for me? Can you set this aside for me?" And I find the stuff in my inventory, I put it in a box, and then when she's ready to order, she'll say, "Okay, how much for this bundle?" And I figure out one price, make a custom listing for all the items, and she buys them. So, yeah, it saves on listing fees instead of paying, if she buys like 8 items, instead of paying 8 20-cent renewal fees, I've just got the one fee. So, saves a little bit there. Sorry if there's little, you know, breaks in continuity here. But I have not had a nap today. I was so busy. So I will try to edit out my yawns. Well, by the time I got the Etsy order together and my shopping list together and all my stuff together, it was noon before I got out the door. I was going to go out same direction I did on Monday for my failed Joann's trip. My sad, you know, thought I'd go and get some bargains, and they were already closed. Um, when I was out shopping on Monday, I went to a thrift store and I bought some clothes. I think I bought, let's see, there were 2 pants, 2 dresses, 2 pajama items. Okay, so 6 items, and one of them did not fit. So, like, I tried them on. If they fit, I took the tags off. So I still had the pants with the tag on. On my to-do list for the past couple days has been put Saver's receipt into return bag. I'm searching. I'm searching the desk back here by the laptop, the dining room table where stuff just lands. My purse. I literally dumped my purse out. Nope. Okay. Well, I want to return these pants and get my $6.99 back. Maybe they can look up the receipt from my phone number that my account is registered with. Okay, we'll see. So I'm gathering everything up to take out to the car. I got my package. I got my shopping list. I've got the bag with the return. And I go to put it in the front seat of the car. And there's the receipt on the front seat of the car. All that time I spent practicing, the little speech to see if they would let me return them without a receipt. Didn't need it. So, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. I have another finish to show you. I had showed you how I finished this boy plane, and there was the girl plane. And I got a picture of them, and I sent it to the customer this morning, and she loves them, and she's going to pick them up on Sunday. Yay! And then I got a phone call yesterday. The Yarn Fairy was calling to ask if she could stop by. Oh, Yarn Fairy's not real? Oh. Well, it was my friend Joanna. And she's making big blankets, like queen size blankets, for each of her grandchildren. And after she finished up one blanket, let's see, is Evie the young? Yeah, Evie's the youngest. For the youngest grandchild, she had 3 skeins of yarn left over. And she brought them over for me yesterday. Bright yellow. Oh, what do they call it? Of course, it's going to be upside down when I try to read it. Bright yellow. Yes, that's exactly what I said, wasn't it? And it says bright white. No, just plain white. And I'm guessing royal blue for this one. Yes, royal. So I'm going to have fun with these. Thank you, Joanna. So now that the planes are done, I have one more order to work on. I got an Etsy request for a blue jay from the listing of birds on a swing. Like there's a chicken on a swing, there's a mallard, all this. She wanted to know if I could do a blue jay. It's like, okay, I'll try. So I put it on my to-do list to look for blue jay colored yarn. I've got so many blues, there's got to be some yarn around here that is the color of a blue jay. So, I thought, okay, I'll do that when I get home from shopping. I got to go do the shopping. So I go to Savers. Okay, here's this bag. It's got a pair of pants that don't fit and the receipt. And she's like, okay, we'll put it over here by this register. You can go do your shopping, and then when you come back, go to this register, and we'll credit you. Okay. Well, I knew that it was $6.99. I went and looked at the books. Nothing at the books. So I went over to the yarn section. Blue tags were 50% off. There wasn't any yarn with blue tags on. But I had to spend $6.99. This one was $3.99. It is Barocco Comfort. Knitting worsted weight. There are 2 gray and 1 red. I go through a lot of red. There's a lot of critters you can make in gray. Let's see. Possums, walruses, seals, mice. You get the idea. So, let's see. Let's toss it over there. And then this one was $3.29. It's got some, it looks like Red Heart Super Saver in purple, a teal, and a dusty rose. $3.29. It was fun. So I ended up paying 60 cents after the credit. Okay. So now I leave the thrift store. I have to go down, exit the plaza, the mall parking lot, and go out on the main road and quick left. No, left, then right. And I'll be at Aldi because I wanted to pick up some stuff at Aldi. So I get up to the point where I'm supposed to exit out of the parking lot. My car just kept going straight because my car saw Hobby Lobby up ahead. I figured, okay, let's just take a quick walk through and see if there are any of those magical discount tags. Nope. And the bookshelf where the discount yarn was on Monday was empty. But it was 30% off week. So rather than search through my yarn stash for blue jay colored yarn and possibly have to go down to the cold basement, and the yarn that I'm looking for would probably be in the bottom tote where they're stacked 4 high, I just bought a skein of yarn. $3.80 with the 30% off discount, so I can start working on a blue jay tonight. Then I'm going to get to just play with stuff again. I'm going to go back to Lori's scrap bag and try to finish that off. And I'm getting low on some of my Etsy listings. Like, I try to keep them pretty full with variations. Pop mushrooms, monsters. I've been selling a lot of monsters lately. The lady who places the orders where she's like, set this aside, she likes monsters. So my monster bin, I used to have a problem fitting everything into the tote. Monsters are in an orange tote that has those, the top comes down and interlaces, and I'd close it and it wouldn't go all the way flat. It would just be up a little bit because there's so many monsters in there, and there's room for more monsters. Yes, I have room for more monsters in my life. So I'll probably be making some monsters once I finish the Blue Jay. That's the good news. The bad news is this most recent set of puzzles that I got for proofreading, they're tough. It's taking me hours per day to do the 4 pages that I need to do each day. But if I do 4 pages today, then I will be down to 3 pages for the rest of for the duration of this puzzle set. That's good. That's good. It's a tough one. The gray cells, they are working. Yes. Sometimes I'm not quite sure what they're doing, but the gray cells have been working lately. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous about making the Blue Jay because it's a custom order. And the customer told me the story behind it. That some people, when they see a cardinal, they think of someone they loved that they have lost. Like, when I see a cardinal flying around outside, it does remind me of my mother. She would just say, "Oh look, oh look," a cardinal was something that always got her attention. So when I see a cardinal, I do think of my mother. Well, with this lady, cardinals or Blue Jays make her think of her brother who recently passed. So it's a memorial, and those are like more pressure, but I'll do my best. Now, if I don't like the way it turns out the first time, I can make another one and another one, because I'm sure eventually they will sell at shows or in my Etsy shop. That's another listing that I need to get back up to snuff again, because I think there were originally about 6 variations in there. Flamingo, chick, duck, mallard. I had a frog in there too. It was Derpy Frog, because I was making it at a craft show, and I intended to make this little, like, the chicks on a swing are basically like a little egg shape, and then you add some wings, and you add wings, yes, and add a beak and some eyes, and they look like a little chicken or a little bird. So basically the little egg shape. So with this frog, I planned on making a little green egg shape and save a little bit of the yarn to make 2 little things for the top and put safety eyes in there, and make those the little eye things for the frog. I played yarn chicken and I lost. I only had enough yarn for the egg shape and the legs and the arms. So I had to like embroider the eyes and a smile on. And it just looks so derpy. It's a derpy frog. So that's how I listed it. I listed it as Derpy Frog, or maybe it was like Goofy Frog. I don't remember. And I marked it down a couple dollars for my usual price for those swinging chicks. Okay, there's my story for the day. There's been a bunch of stories today. I need to go settle into my chair and work on my puzzle proofing assignment. I do have dinner all planned out. I got some salmon when I was at the store, and I got gluten-free egg rolls, and I got a head of cauliflower. So the plan is I'll cut the cauliflower up into tiny little bits, mix it up with some oil, spread out in the pan, sprinkle it with garlic salt, put that in the oven to roast, put the salmon in the oven to roast, put the egg rolls in. So basically, the most labor-intensive item is the cauliflower, the roast cauliflower. After that, it's just put the stuff in the oven, leave it for 20 minutes, Dinner's ready. I like those. I like those dinners. Not standing over the stove, stirring and cooking and doing this, that, and the other. Just everything in the oven. 20 minutes later, dinner's ready. Okay. I need to go proofread some puzzles so that I can play with yarn tonight. I will take my Blue Jay colored yarn. What color is this actually? Stonewash. I didn't think that was stonewash. I thought stonewash was sort of varied. Maybe it is. I don't know. To me, it is Blue Jay Blue. Bye bye.